Hello, Aries. Welcome to your monthly reading for April 2026. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And we're going to jump right in. Aries, if you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your full occult cross spread. Then we're going to break it down week by week. We'll pull more cards. We'll talk about a couple more aspects. And then the second spread. And Aries, happy effing birthday. I really wanted to say I'm very excited for you, and I hope that you are super excited for your birthday season. This will be a month that you're gonna see enormous no going back significant change, because you'll be creating it. We're in Aries season, we're in your birthday season. But the bigger thing, and I'm not sure if you caught this the last time I said it. I said in your 2026 forecast. I said February, April, and July are the biggest flashpoints of 2026, okay? The astrology is just it's not just rare. It's literally a once in a lifetime. All right. So back in February, when we have the Saturn Neptune conjunction, 0 degrees Aries. Yeah. The beginning of the beginning. That was obviously in your sign. The creator degree, this powerful force. You felt that. Some of y'all, it was subtle. So, everybody, all y'all got different birth charts. But here's the thing. That was back in February. Okay. And it was like a wave. It was building. And it brought you here to this moment, to April, the second flashpoint, the crescendo, where you're going to realize the universe is conscious and harmonic with divine timing, because all planets are direct, all systems go, and we have not one, not two, but 7 planets that will be in your sign. So, unless you're a vampire or a deep sea sponge, you have never experienced this. This has never happened in human history. So, when I say you are going to have an unforgettable birthday season, buckle up. And here's the other thing. We are coming out of this strong Pisces energy where you were dreaming big. Yeah? This month, you're going to feel like you woke up after fainting at a Cranberries concert. And now you're fired up. You want to live life. It's going to be your mission to get everything that you dreamed about. Okay? You're going to get it all, because Aries, your sign, represents mastery of self. It's the I am of the zodiac. The ram, the first breath, the fire in your belly. And with the sun, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, the moon, Chiron, we're taking it. And of course, your ruler, Mars, the god of war, the god of action. And with all these rare conjunctions and a new moon in your sign, wow, April is going to be your fight song. And you're going to be proving that not only are you capable, but that you fully know thyself. That is what April is going to be like for you. And remember, not everything is on the whiteboard, by the way. All the aspects. Yeah. And yes, there's obviously a lot more on the back. And just a reminder, I'm not going to go through every aspect here. We're going to do some later when we pull more cards. And then also next week. And then your weekly forecasts. But yeah, we are going to be moving into Taurus season as well, as you know. And you are going to have one foot on the ground, because Taurus is very grounded. Taurus is an earth sign, but barely, okay, will your foot be on the ground, because we have another reset. Yeah, this is the month where Uranus, the planet of shocks and surprises, breakthroughs, awakenings, Uranus is moving into Gemini for its permanent 7-year station, the first time in 84 years. And this is the last of the outer planets to change signs, locking in that rare grand trine, the prism portal, where all the outer planets are aspecting. Again, no one on this planet has ever experienced what we're about to experience. So this month, as you begin a new journey, and you will, you're also finishing up a 7-year story. With Uranus and Taurus since 2018. A 7-year story in finances and relationships, things of value. Yeah. Even maybe friendships and groups and organizations. But you always had your eyes on the future. Okay? And if you saw my April astrology overview, which I will leave at the end of this video because there's a lot there that I'm not going to talk about here because April is that loaded. You'll know that Uranus moving into Gemini, that's kicking off this, rare grand trine. And it's not just another reset. Uranus will conjunct the fixed star, Alcyone, and the Pleiades, a royal star of awakening, of unveiling. And for the first time in 12,000 years, Sedna, a dwarf planet just like Pluto, yeah, represents the collective conscious, the evolution of the mind. And so, of course, Gemini represents the mind. You got Uranus moving into there in your third house of the mind, of communication for 7 years. Your consciousness will be expanding. But do you see this, what's happened here? This triple conjunction? When I talk about the evolution of the mind, this is all happening at 0 degrees. The beginning of the beginning. This new era. We are becoming a new species. Okay? We are evolving. And this is information. This is technology. This is the internet. That's a big area of focus that you can expect. Again, communication, even the way that we all communicate as a collective. Like I said, we're evolving. So April isn't life changing. It's a whole other frequency. And don't forget that you've got the power to choose how you navigate April, which is going to test your patience, your ambition, your karma, your spiritual warrior that you are developing. April is the hero's journey. And you know that you're the author of your story. So what will be your first chapter? Because you're going to have a major turning point right off the bat. You see, Wednesday, April 1st, we have a full moon in Libra at 12 degrees. Full moons, as you know, illuminate. They bring endings. The irony about this full moon in Libra is that we have a T-square. Obviously, we have the sun in your sign. And Jupiter wants to be part of the party here. Jupiter in Cancer. So, it's 3 cardinal signs. Yeah. Cardinal signs are all about initiation during a full moon. So here's the thing. Libra, it's all about relationships, contracts, your commitments. You're going to have to make a decision, okay? That's your first test. And at this point, this is all about diplomacy, all right? It's a Venus-ruled full moon. Think harmony, because you already have several planets in your sign at this point. Yeah? Okay? Jupiter likes to make things big. It's a T-square. So, again, you got 4 planets in your sign. This is your call. But just know things are going to be changing here. And we will talk more about this full moon next week. And obviously the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, will feel this the most. All right? Now, the other thing is, and again, I'm just going to go to some of the major things. I'm cherry picking for every sign. I think that you're really going to like Wednesday, April 8th, Mars sextile Uranus. So This is the last time we're going to have this aspect in our lifetime. Yeah. With Mars and Pisces, sextile Uranus and Taurus. Remember, this is at 29 degrees. And I want you to think about that. I talked about this in my April overview. 29 degrees, a critical degree. It's like a graduation, this anoretic degree. Oh, it's potent. It's strong. But you're wrapping up something here. Okay? Before moving into that 0 degrees. And for you, Mars and Pisces, that's your ruler in the realm of your dreams. Sextile Uranus and Taurus in your second house. So there's going to be something significant here. Maybe a breakthrough, something climactic when it comes to your relationships, love, as well as money, finances, maybe some material possessions. I mean, this is your second house and it's a sextile. So go for it. Sextiles are windows of opportunity. So you got something really great here. And again, there looks like there may be something that you're networking. It looks like you're going to be networking here. It's a great networking opportunity for you. There could be someone that you know that is involved. Okay. But the other thing is, it's at 29 degrees. You're going to have to also, this is it. Like, this is the official last time that we have this conversation about, our relationship, or it's something here about something that you value. So maybe you've got to bring someone else on board, or maybe things are just really great for you. But either way, you could even be presented an opportunity. And this is part of your next story. But just know, this is it. Things are going to be going. You're going to see a lot of aspects at this 29 degree point. All right, this month. And also just a reminder, Saturn is still sextile Pluto from last month. Remember that. Remember that Saturn's in your sign. So again, it does look like, for me, there is some people involved here. All right. Now, you can even see the next day, Thursday, April 9th, Mars is moving into your sign. Obviously, this is a big deal. This is, Mars is going to be here until May 18th. So, the God Warrior, home in his kingdom. It's been 2 years since Mars has been in your sign. He's going straight to the grill. He's going to cook some steaks. Medium rare. At this point, you have 5 planets in your sign. You're going to feel like something inside you suddenly came to life. You're not just a spiritual warrior at this point. You're an Olympian. You're a Greek hero. You're, Aquaman. You're Jason Statham. You're Lucy Liu. Whoever you want to be. But remember, Mars in your sign, this is full on determination. You're going to be taking a lot of risks. This is your drive. This is libido. This is action. And you're not going to be wasting any time taking action, because you only live once and you got things to do. And you're really going to feel it here. And it will be all the fire signs, you Leo, Sagittarius, that feel this the most. Okay. Now, another thing that's happening Sunday, April 12th, I really think you're going to like this. Some of y'all, it really depends. I feel like, especially if you're Aries moon, but all Aries, Sunday, April 12th, we got Venus and Taurus, sextile Jupiter and Cancer, 16 degrees. This is one of the best aspects of the month. Okay. You got the 2 benefics here. Venus in her domicile, Jupiter exalted. This is bunny rabbits and, ice cream and rainbows, lots of them. This is amazing. And I want you to, you can expect just expansion, luck, good fortune when it comes to home and family, relationships, money. You're good. You're already good. Just remember, everything's energy. And today, everything just aligns. you will feel that the universe has given you some sort of sign today that's going to feel really, really, really nice. And then Wednesday, Mercury moves into your sign, and that's April 15th. So you see all the planets. Chiron's already in your sign. We're including Chiron. He's that big, that significant. So now there you go. You got 7 planets in your sign. But just remember, Mercury, Hermes, yeah, quick in your sign, very quick to speak, quick to think, quick to react. This is, some no filter. Was not holding back. So just be mindful with 7 planets, including Mercury in your sign at this point. Mercury in Aries, you got no brake pads, okay? When it comes to speaking. Oh, you're gonna make points. You're gonna get your way. It's just how it is. That's how the dice roll when Mercury's in your sign. So use this, okay? Use this at that high frequency. Be that role model. Be that leader, that thought leader. Yeah? Leave an impression. Make your mark. This is it. No more planets in dreamy Pisces anymore. This is it. You're fully activating everything that you've been dreaming about. Okay? With all that Pisces energy. And as some of you know, by the way, I just celebrated my 4-year anniversary, March 26th, of this channel, of the Tarot Ship. So thank you for all your support, all your kindness. I wouldn't be here without you. I talk a lot more about it in the April overview on how I purposely launched it during Aries season. That's a testament in itself. Go big. Have faith in yourself. Aries season, the beginning of the beginning. All right. And if you've been a subscriber since the Venus, Jupiter, Sirius conjunction, the triple conjunction we had last August, you know that I quit my full-time job. Okay. To spend more time here with your forecast, but also launch greatawakener.com. If you're new to my channel, I am a psychic. I do remote viewing. It's all on Great Awakener. It's where I can speak a lot more freely along with other astrologers, readers, hypnotherapists, all live streams. Yeah. And a lot more coming soon. So I am doing a 4-year anniversary sale until April 1st to thank you. And there's a lot more information in the description box. The other thing, and now look at this. And again, remember, this is not everything. I couldn't fit everything in April on this whiteboard. Same thing with March. March was loaded. One thing here for you. Wow. One thing here for you. I'm just going to go ahead and point it out. Thursday, April 16th, you got the sun conjuncting Chiron in your sign. So it's Chiron. It's the wounded healer. You're working with old wounds, but this is the sun in your sign. This is you healing your identity, peeling back layers, these past wounds. You want to examine them, okay? This is good. It's very optimistic. It's when you feel good about overcoming anything that was holding you back. And on the same day, Mars will sextile Pluto. I don't even know if that's on the whiteboard. It's not. I couldn't fit it. Mars, actually, you know what? Hold on. Is it even on? It's not even here. So this is happening right before your big new moon. This is the day before your new moon. So I really want you to pay attention. The sun conjunct Chiron in your sign. Yeah, that's happening. And then you got Mars sextile Pluto in Aquarius. These are the two most, powerful planets. This is big. Okay? Remember, Mars is in your sign. This aspect says bigger is better. All right? Use it. This is you being a force to be reckoned with. This has everything to do with your future goals and aspirations. Launch something. Just do something. There's something here with money and relationships for you. Okay? Now, Mercury will conjunct Neptune that same day. We have 3 aspects. Okay? This is happening at the same time as your new moon. I'm just saying. So there may be something here really inspirational that you're thinking about. There's something here that's we'll talk about in your weekly forecast, because Friday, April 17th, you have the new moon in your sign. 27 degrees. It is happening right on Chiron, just so you know. Okay? Because remember, you have the sun conjunct Chiron. Everything in your life is about to change, okay? Because you're about to change. Anything that you feel has scarred you, you're going to use now to empower yourself. And this is such a loaded new moon. There's so much happening here. The magnitude of this new moon, honestly, you're just going to feel it. But remember, all these aspects that are happening in your sign, especially this new moon, it's all about you. This is all about you, yourself, your identity, your role that you play in this world. This is you. This is your personality. This is everything. This is all about you. Aries, you have a stellium of planets in your sign that represents the beginning. So this is a new origin story for you, for your new era. And at the same time, you will have Mercury conjunct Saturn, conjunct Mars. What does that mean? You will let it be known what your story is. Even if no one cares, you won't give a fucks, because you are doing you as the new, bold, confident, inspiring you. And obviously you and the other cardinal signs will feel this the most. Now, one of the reasons why this new moon has power boosters is because there's 4 conjunctions following it. So you see what's bookending your new moon. I would just circle this entire, set of dates in your calendar. And a lot of the conjunctions are not even on the whiteboard. I couldn't even fit conjunctions on the whiteboard. Anyway, one of them, by the way, it doesn't even have, it's Juno. It's Saturday, April 18th. You're going to have Juno conjunct Pluto. There's got to be something here really big with commitments, your friendships, your long-term goals, as well as relationships. It could be love, can be business, and you building your wealth. You might sign something, but also there's going to be a lot of secrets coming to the surface. Or it might be you calling someone out. All right? Because Mercury in your sign will sextile Pluto. That's conjunct Juno, who's all about truth in love, marriage, commitments, partnerships, etc., etc. Right? So, Sunday, April 19th. I really want you to pay attention to this day. You have Mars conjunct Saturn in your sign. So, so let's talk about this. You have the 2 malefic planets. One, Mars, let's call him a novice, okay? Saturn, obviously more seasoned. He's older, he's wise. You haven't experienced this in, 29 years. Mars conjunct Saturn in your sign. Obviously, we'll talk about it more in your weekly forecast, but this is a little, you got to work with this. You have to work with this. It's a little aggressive. You might not see eye to eye with a, boss or an executive or, a father figure, grandfather. So stay frosty, be cool. This is all about having disciplined courage, focused action. Okay. Remember, Saturn is karma. And, I'm going to talk about this when we get to your weekly forecast, but I'm going to tell you now because it does bear repeating. Mars is physicality and Saturn is, old bones. So just be mindful physically this day. All right. This is a day. It could be, bumps, bangs, bruises. You could, walk into a, sliding glass door, all right? You do it all the time. But this time you might be holding a bowl of spaghetti. There goes your Versace shirts. Anyway, just exert energy physically this day because this is a build up and it's very like Gen Z versus Boomer, Mars and Saturn conjunct. And remember, they're merging their energies, and Saturn is in his fault in your sign. Doesn't do well here. Mars in your sign just wants to go, go, go. Saturn's like, no. Practice patience. So you're going to have to practice patience while you go after the things that you want. The same day we move into Taurus season. And like I said, this helps. Yeah. Helps you breathe a bit. Yeah. You're going from the ram to the bull. You're going to slow down, touch, taste, feel, explore. I mean, this is your second house. Taurus rules your second house. So this is appreciating the things that you do, the things that you have, the things that you can feel for the next 4 weeks, as well as money, finances, and relationships, things that your value, self-worth, self-value. You are going to spend a lot of time thinking about this, but also spend a lot of time thinking about, the beautiful things in your life. Am I right? This is Taurus season. Pay attention to your physical world and cherish it for the 4 days that you have this, because remember all those conjunctions. You will have Mercury conjunct Saturn on that Monday, April 20th. On the same day, Mercury conjunct Mars. Remember, this is happening in your sign. And then on Thursday, April 23rd, you've got Venus conjunct Uranus and Taurus at 29 degrees. So the very last aspect you will have with Uranus and Taurus, this is the last moment of the old era. There is some urgency here. This is break up, break down, or break through. And this is going to have to do with relationships or money or your values or even creative projects that you might be working on. Either way, this is it can be an upgrade. All of this can be an upgrade for you, or it can be a chaotic breakdown. It is Uranus. Remember, Uranus is all about freedom. So it's you. It's how you work with this energy. But there is something here that you're going to experience, and it can even be having a breakdown for your breakthrough. But again, there might be something surprising, unexpected, or it might be you. You might do something that surprised yourself. We'll talk more about this in your weekly forecast, because Friday, April 24th, you see Venus moving into Gemini. This is, very flirty. It's very different from Venus and Taurus. Remember, Gemini is the mind, communication, think words, sentences, texts, banter. This is mental stimulation, and you're going to be craving it. You're also going to be making deals. You're going to be pitching. You're going to be monetizing on your, intelligence. But of course, Venus and Gemini is amplified because Saturday, April 25th, this is the day that Uranus moves into Gemini. And you did have a preview of this last summer, and you were mentally stimulated, maybe too much stimulation. Gemini, again, rules the mind, but also the nervous system. But Uranus, again, does so much better in Gemini than it does in Taurus. So Uranus, the sky god, right, in an air sign, you're going to see things accelerate on this ludicrous level. And you will have enormous change here, the way that you think, the way that you speak, the way that you communicate. The third house is also your local community, its siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. You're going to be traveling short trips here and there. Yeah. You're going to like this. You're going to have a big time. You're going to have a great time here. The other thing is that there looks like something really big happening with you for, social media. All right. From this point forward, I would, and you may even start something online. maybe a blog. There's something here. There's something here. All right. Portfolio. There's something very innovative. And then the last thing really is April 28th. Venus in Gemini will trine Pluto in Aquarius. Remember, it's going to be Uranus that trines Pluto in Aquarius. That's part of that prism portal. But for now, this is money. This is money. This is power, money, sex. This is a lot of things that have to do with your future, but this is just something here at the end of the month will bring you some opportunities. That third house, by the way, is signing things. It looks like there may be something you're locking in, some sort of contract, maybe an agreement here. And then remember Pluto in your 11th. That is your future aspirations and goals, but it's also your support system. It's your allies, it's benefactors, it's your audience, it's your friendships, it's people that you connect with. And so you're going to be really connecting. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Aries, for April 2026. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Wow, Aries. I hope you're having a great birthday season. There's got to be a lot of changes. I want you to just remember that, the change comes from you. You've got to make the changes, but it's almost redundant, like telling you all of this. You're Aries. You don't need permission. You're just going to do. You're going to do. But go with your intuition, all right? Because there is going to be a lot of strong energies in April. And again, a lot of the changes that you make will be you adapting to the world changing as well. I do a traditional Cultic cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a monthly forecast. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Aries, happy birthday. What are y'all doing for your birthday? Tell me. All right, let's get started. Aries, oh, fun, apple juice. You are just knocking it out of the park. You are just, we gotta give you a, yep. I'm gonna also give you this. I don't know who these people are, but you gonna get them. I don't even need to do you're good. You're really good. You see this here, right? You got the 7 of Pentacles. That's fine. That's great. And expected. Yeah. I did say you're going to have changes. Money, finances, wealth, money. Oh, that's a big theme for you. And you know it. Look at him. You think he's happy? He's looking back at everything that he's worked hard for. Look at it. He raked it all in. He's taking a look. He's examining it. Is he smiling? So some of y'all, we're at a point where you're like, yeah, things are good. I've set myself up in this good place. I worked hard for it. Things are just going to grow on its own for a bit. I don't really, but I'm bored. I want more. I want more. I need to make more things happen. A lot of y'all, are really going to be like, yeah, this isn't it. This isn't doing it for me. You've got Uranus at 29 degrees and Venus, the planet of money, at 29 degrees conjuncting. But you've got Venus traveling through Taurus for the first half of the month. So again, not surprised here. So think about, your finances, your salary, your earning potential. Okay. When it's at that 29 degree, when it gets there, even if it's not there, those late degrees, something's building up. Something's building up inside you. And so it looks like you're going to make things happen. You're going to make changes. This includes just whatever you've invested your time and energy into. Pentacles are a physical world. It could be a relationship. There could be something here. There could be some change. It's your season. It's your birthday season. It's Aries energy where you do you. You've got that independent flair. And so remember, Uranus is breaking free. And wow, you're good. You got the King of Pentacles and the Heart of your spread. And so make that change. Make that change. Remember, the second house is all about self-worth. It's self-value, but you got 7 planets in your sign. Okay? You're exploring the new you. Remember what I said, what you're capable of. You know what you're capable of. And all planets are direct. King of Pentacles, the richest king. Okay? The richest king. You're good. You're going to be fine. Look at all that harvest. So, this is a month where you will be building your wealth. I mean, your Pluto's so active. You're going to have a lot of aspects with Pluto. Venus, again, in her domicile, Taurus, second house of money. Your 8th house is active. That's building your wealth. That's also not even your salary. That is like inheritance. That's bonuses, commissions. That's royalties. It's, shared bank accounts. Even with that, like that Libra full moon, there could even be relationships that go to the next level. You got a lot of moments where you're signing things. You got that new mood in your sign. I would not be surprised if a lot of y'all are, it's almost like you may be getting married. You may be dating someone very seriously. You join up your bank accounts, or your partner gets a huge raise. There's so many scenarios playing out, but either way, that's a lot of wealth. And this is also the King of Pentacles. He is a big protector. He's a big provider. He provides. That's what you want to do. You got Jupiter and Cancer in your 4th house. You want to protect those around you. You want them to feel like they are, not only more than enough, they have more than enough as well. Now, you got the Queen of Pentacles in your challenge area. Very interesting, okay? 2 things here. The first thing is, remember what I said. This is all about you. April's all about you. So the King of Pentacles, unlike the Queen of Pentacles, he's a little bit more public facing. His energies are a little bit more exterior, okay? And you see his hand over the pentacle. This is ownership. And it can be a little, hey guys, I'm sitting outside. So you can see, all of y'all can see what I've got here. Just letting you know. That's it. Just letting you know. It can be a little showy because she's a little bit more intimate. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. A little bit more intimate. Just letting you know that. Okay. And this is also saying, this is what I have. All right. And interestingly, the King of Pentacles is Taurus. And remember, we're moving to Taurus season. You've got Venus, Uranus at 29 degrees, Taurus. So there is going to be some big activity with money. Now, you have the Ace of Wands and the Sun. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. You have the Ace of Wands. This is, speaking of pure potential, it's the Ace. This is new opportunities, new beginnings. You got the biggest wand in the deck. All the wands have the, spirit of fire. This is career, profession, your passions, creative projects. This is just what you want. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're manifesting it. Look at this. Look at all these pentacles. And then the Sun, the biggest yes in tarot. Card 19, 1 + 9 = 10. What is that? It's a 1. What I say? You're going through a rebirth for this new you. This brand new you. And you're coming out on the other side. Oh, just feeling really good. This is optimism. This is opportunities. This is, you see that red banner of achievements? You're going to be fine. You have the 9 of Pentacles. This is, what did I say earlier about like working hard to earn your spots? When you earn something, when you work hard for something, it feels a lot better when something's just given to you. She worked hard to get here. And now she's basking in all her luxury and wealth. And there is a sense of like independence with the Nine of Pentacles. That's in your future. That's saying you're about to be loaded. And, remember, pentacles are a physical reality. If you're not here for money or wealth, self-worth, this is you feeling good about you. Look at what you did. Look at what you accomplished because you took that time to recognize you have more in you and you can have it all. And so I love this. You're good. You're absolutely good. Let's get to your stuff. You don't even need, you're fine. Nine of Pentacles, by the way, for a lot of y'all, if you're thinking of retiring, the Nine of Pentacles is like a really good indication of that. Okay. Y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, it'd be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I thought I had the Aries mug. I don't have it. Tell me what's going on, Aries. I really want to know what you're doing for your birthday. Wow. All right. Let's see here. Okay, Aries. Wow. All right. So, the Two of Cups. Like I said, it looks like there was something you're signing. It seems like there's something that there's this union. And it's going to be like this itch that you want to just scratch. It is baked into your month with all the aspects that are happening with Pluto. Remember, Juno will be conjuncting Pluto. Juno is Jupiter's wife. She is all about, she's on your side. She supports you when it comes to contracts, agreements, love, marriage, partnerships. You see that winged lion here, all that passion. You're going to be fine because there is something that you're seeking for your journey moving forward. And I would recommend this too. You want someone with you. Okay. It can be a lover. It could be your significant other. It could be a business partner. It could be your best friend. It does not matter. It could be, imaginary friend. I mean, whatever it is, you want someone there. You want someone there. Even if you don't think that you now, with your 8th house so active, it does look like you're gonna eventually you're gonna know how significant that will be for you and how important it will be for you moving forward. And it could even be just think like, I don't know, if you're a writer, for instance, you would need an editor, you would need a book agent, things like that. Okay, so you have the Three of Wands. This is your card. Not only is this your card, this card is attributed to Sun and Aries. Remember, the Sun is exalted in your sign. You already got the Sun here. This card is just saying, go for it. This card is also saying there may be someone here that you're moving forward with in a new direction. You're going to go explore things together. All right? It can be someone that you know now in a new adventure, but it does look like there's someone along for the ride now. You have the Fool. What did I say? It's all about taking those risks, those leap of faith, knowing that you have so much in you, so much to show. There's that drive, that hunger. You got that tiger's blood, whatever it's called, ram's blood. Yeah, you're ready. Look at the full abundance of the Sun. The Sun, outside of the Sun card, only appears in a few cards. You have the Fool. This is that pure potential. Just going for it. Unlimited possibilities. This is amazing. That's what you want to do. And then you have that Two of Swords in your final outcome. There has got to be that decision that I said you might have to make. Now, the Two of Swords just happens to be attributed to the moon in Libra. You got the full moon in Libra. And so it looks like that full moon in Libra is going to actually have a big impact on you one way or another. Remember, full moons, you want to give them about a week, 2 weeks, the impact that it has. However, one thing that I noticed, I'll tell you now, by the time we get to the end of the month, it's going to feel like a little too on the nose. We're ending the month around April 29th with another T-square cardinal. And I don't make this up. it will be Mars in your sign opposite the moon in Libra. All right. And squaring Jupiter in Cancer. So Jupiter's still in the mix here. And just so you know, yeah, when we get to May 1st, we just right out the bat, we will have a full moon in Scorpio. And that rules your 8th house, which is, relationships as well. And money. But the 8th house is transformation, it's regeneration, it's power, it is death and rebirth. It's, caterpillar to butterfly. So you're going, even after April, you're still going through enormous change. There's something here. You got to take that blindfold off. All right. There's so much happening here. You're feeling a little bit of pressure. It feels like there's something that you're going to have to commit to. Okay. I'll clarify that too, Swords. The 4 of Cups. Interesting. This is getting really interesting. I'll do one more. I'm very curious. And you got the moon. So, final outcome, you have the 2 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, and the moon. All right? So, this is all saying you've got to trust your intuition. That really is what it is. All right? I'm going to show you here. She's got her back turned to the moon and the sea. She's not connected with her emotions, her intuition. You got the 4 of Cups here. Cups, love, emotions, feelings, intuition. He's already got 3 cups. The universe is offering him another. But it feels like he doesn't even know what he wants. And to be honest, he's at a point where he's a little bit kind of bored. But here, it feels like he's just not grateful for what he has and what everything's come out to be. This is saying sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for. Look how amazing that's like, right? But then there's those expectations of you when you're the leader, when you have it all, when you got the moon too. Look at whose face is in the moon. Well, it is card 18. 1 + 8 = 9. The Hermit. So this is saying you're going to get to a point where you're going to have to go within. You're going to have to make some big, big decisions here. In April, there's going to be a lot happening, a lot changing. And all this really is saying is like, there's going to be some things we're going to have to face. And it might be hard. There might be some decisions you might have to make. There may be some soul searching you've got to do. And there still may be some ghosts of the past, right? That may be confronting you this month. And you're going to have to take it on, right? Take them on. And so that's just very interesting. It's very interesting. There may be something that you get and you thought it was going to be great as well. But for some reason, you're just like, it's still not enough. So this is just saying, slow down, go within. That's all you got to do. And ask yourself the big questions that you have when you get to them. Every Aries is different. Let's break it down week by week. Aries, the first week of and yours is going to be the longest forecast here for the monthly, because it is your birthday season, you and Taurus. But you got that full moon in Libra at the beginning. You've got so many aspects. And again, we're doing your weekly forecast next week. All right. So we'll talk through those. But just know that and Mars moving into your sign, 2 biggest things. I was going to do something different here. I am going to use Tarot the Divine. I want to see. We're going to use this to break it down week by week. Okay, so the first week, it's all about you, and there's so much fire and air energy as well. So again, Aries energy can be really strong, potent. Just be very mindful. All right. We are very, very mindful. All right. Let's see what's going on for you the first week of April. Yeah. King of Wands. You're going to be good. You're going to be fine. King of Wands, that's just a lot more fire. This is epitome of fire. This is epitome of passion. It's the King of Wands. King of Wands, he's all about transformation. He's all about having fun, but he's restless. He wants more. He can't sit still. And so that's something you might want to think about. That's a lot of strong energies. Then again, a lot of sextiles, windows of opportunity. We're out of, like, there's no retrograde planets. You're going to start seeing all these opportunities that you're making for yourself that are presenting themselves. You're going to be fine. King of Wands is also just a huge leader, very entrepreneurial. And so it looks like a lot of y'all maybe in a place of leadership, moving into a place of leadership, maybe starting your own startup. There's so much that you can do here. Just know that you can have fun with it too. Now, the second week is just another pivotal week. There's, pretty much every aspect is happening in your sign. We do have that Venus, Jupiter sextile. Mercury moves into your sign that week as well. And we've also got that new moon in your sign. And then we move into Taurus season. And then remember, we have like 4 conjunctions, yeah? Including the sun conjunct Chiron. Let's see. This is the week of the new moon in your sign. This is big, okay? For the second week of April. Yeah. 6 of Wands. You're good. You're fine. That's going to be the best new moon for you. Look at this. Look at this. I can't even. What's going on here? What's going on here? The 6 of Wands is all about victory, success. It's, public recognition. It's honors. It's achievements. It's eminence. It's rising above. That 6 of Wands. It's you have the King of Wands, 6 of Wands. These are 2 Leo cards. Remember, Leo is all about the spotlight, the stage. You're getting recognized, okay? Really great. Now, third week, you have a lot of conjunctions in your sign. We have Venus conjunct Uranus and Taurus. Speaking of Leo, we do have a first quarter moon that day as well. Venus moves into Gemini, and then the big one, Uranus moving into Gemini. So there's a lot happening. And remember I said that once we're out of March, when we get to April, we're going to start having, squares and oppositions. And the third week, there's a bunch of squares. Okay? There may be some big secrets coming out, just so you know. And there may be some things you may accidentally say. Let's see what's going on for you the third week of April. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles. There it is. There it is. So the 5 of Pentacles coming up the week of Venus conjunct Uranus and Taurus. Remember, I said that's going to be really potent. It's coming at the same time. It's like at the same time where Mercury is conjunct Mars in your sign. We've had a series of those too, but now it's in your sign. Mars is the warrior. Mars is martial, and this is with Mercury. This is, the potential of like weaponizing words that you say. They can have, impact. Remember, Mars can be like a spear. Just be very mindful. It's happening at the same time. Venus conjuncts Uranus and Taurus. Remember, I said that can be breakdown. It can be breakthrough. It can be breakup. It can be, it's how you use the energy. It's conjunction. It's really strong at that 29-degree point. 5 of Pentacles has a lot to do with, feeling a little bit lost, feeling a little bit, left out, feeling maybe that you don't have support, or there could be a shift in finances. Okay. Maybe you leave a job of comfort, or maybe it happens. Maybe there is, it is Uranus. Maybe there's a job, maybe your team's let go. You know that you're going to be fine. But now we know that Two of Swords, okay? Because this is all action. This is all your physical realm. This is all, you don't got no swords, right? And you've got Uranus moving into Gemini. You have Uranus, you have Venus in Gemini. And that's all about communication. That's your third house. And so it looks like there's a lot of doing and there's a lot of being, but there's not a lot of speaking or thinking or compromising or negotiating or, things like that. And so just keep that in mind. Okay. With that Two of Swords, it is the only swords card you got. And that's not a bad thing. It's just, this is a lot of things that are, in your physical world. Not a bad thing, but just there may be some things that there's going to be some conversations you might have to have. You can't ignore them. That's all I'm saying, all right? But that Five of Pentacles, I even clarify that Five of Pentacles. That is the third week. All right. And by the way, the Five of Pentacles is a Taurus card. So just, there's got to be some change. There's got to be some change. Uranus being in Taurus. But it can be your breakthrough. Oh, there it is. The Devil. Yeah. You can't go back. You can't go back. Remember that. There's no turning back at this point. The other thing is, with that Five of Pentacles and the Devil here, there may be some, the Devil is attributed Capricorn. So the fact that you got the Five of Pentacles and the Devil, there may be something here with career. Okay. There may be something here that has to do with, maybe you are you recognize that you're in a toxic work environment. It's the Devil. Maybe you have a toxic boss. Maybe you have colleagues you don't really get along with. Maybe you joined a new company. By the third week, you're like, I don't know if this was the right decision. So that's why that, okay? At least trust your intuition. Now, the reason I say you can't go back is because it does feel like there is a little bit of I want the old way. I'm going to go back to the old way. The Devil is, everything that you think the Devil would represent, but it is also addiction. It is codependency too. It can be with a relationship. Yeah, remember this is your physical world here, Taurus, second house, relationships, lovers, things like that. Keep that in mind, okay? Whatever it is, you have to confront it. So it looks like there's going to be a big thing with, the third week. And honestly, for everybody, when you have Uranus moving into Gemini, but also the Sun will square Pluto at that time, yeah. Now, the last week, you have Venus trine Pluto. So that's also a little ironic because you start off the month with Venus square Pluto. Yeah. So this is really amazing. Let's see what's going on for you. That's just kind of the big thing here. I already told you about the T-square that we're going to have. I don't mind it for you. I mean, just Mars and Aries with 6 other planets. That's just a lot to deal with, okay? That's a lot of energy. That's all I'm saying. Just, slow down a little bit. Let's see the last week for you. Yeah, there you go. You're going to be fine. You have the King of Cups. That's your third king. This is being emotionally stable. Having, just leading with your heart. Having a lot more compassion, empathy. This is someone who's very insightful too. This is someone who is just really in touch with his emotions, but also his intuition. And then you have the Queen of Swords. So that's a really great balance there. The Queen of Swords, another sword. This is swords. That's what you needed. All right. So it looks like there is something here. You're going to be decisive. You're going to be making a big decision. You're going to play fair. You're going to say, okay, I've gone through all this. This is what I think is right. This is what needs to happen. Queen of Swords does not mess around. And the Queen of Swords just happens to be Libra. And she's very much like the Justice card. So, again, just this huge circle that's happening here from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. But you're going to be fine. You're going to be great. You're going to be rich. You're going to have all this wealth. But yeah, just think things through. That's all I would say. Trust your intuition. You're a great Aries. Thanks so much. Next week, yeah, we'll go deeper in the aspects. And if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Happy birthday. Tell me what's going on. And yes, the second spread, yeah, we're gonna take a closer look at love and money, career, etc., etc. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Really good and legendary members. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. This is going really long. All right, thanks so much, Aries. Happy birthday. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.